Marie, I need to talk to you about something.
What's up?
It's just, I'm in trouble.
What's going on?
Mom wants me to move in with us.
What?
We have a 3-bedroom apartment, so she says she can use one of the bedrooms.
It's not about the room.
I know, Mom herself is the problem. After all, she has all that nasty personality. Anyway, I told her I'd talk to you about it.
Hmm. But you said she's been lonely since you lost your father 2 years ago.
Yes, that's what she said too. That she's always alone. Birthdays, Christmas, New Year's. She's always lonely.
We do visited her for those events though, didn't we?
She doesn't seem to have that in mind. She just insists that she's so lonely.
Well, I don't doubt that. I think I leave the decision to you since I know that you'll do your best to support me when I'm in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, but on the condition that you will support me.
I understand. Then I'll talk to Mom that you also agree for her to live with us.
I'm not sure, but I'll try to make every day enjoyable.
Okay, thanks.
Marie, what's for dinner tonight? I made mac and cheese in the morning. It will be ready as soon as I get home.
What?
What is it?
I'm in the mood for another food today. I want to eat fish pie instead.
But I've already made it. I don't have any ingredients, so I'll go shopping tomorrow. I'll be home soon today, so please bear with the mac and cheese.
Hey, I said I want to eat fish pie, so why should I put up with mac and cheese?
I beg your pardon? I don't have any other ingredients, so I need to go shopping tomorrow.
Why don't you just go shopping now?
It's almost 5 o'clock. If I go shopping and cook now, dinner will be late.
You should make an effort to do it earlier.
What?
If I say I want to eat something, it's absolute. It's your job as my son's wife to make it happen somehow. If you can't even understand that, you're really a bad wife. Can't you do something to solve this matter?
You are like a princess. By the way, even a princess eats what she's served.
Stop blabbering nonsense. Go shopping immediately and make my fish pie.
Okay, I'll be home a little late. Ted, I'm shopping for dinner now. Seems like your mother is getting more and more selfish.
What happened?
I was out of town on an errand today, so I went out in the morning to prepare mac and cheese. Then, when I got back to my house, I got a text from your mother. She said she wants to eat fish pie, so I must make it now. So I'm shopping for ingredients right now.
I can't believe she said that. I keep telling her, but she won't listen. I told her not to bother you. I really have no idea why she ended up ordering you to make other dish.
Maybe she's angry about that too.
Huh?
That you are taking my side.
I've talked to Mom about how I'm putting you as my first priority. That was the condition to have her living with us.
I know, but I'm sure your mother isn't convinced. I think that's why she's being so harsh with me.
I'm sorry for making you feel bad. I'll try to solve this problem.
No, you don't need to apologize for that. I'm just letting you know about what's happening. I'm sorry I made you worry.
No worries. I'll talk to Mom again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Marie, you're at the bank now, right? I need you to get me $500.
$500? What on earth are you going to use it for?
A designer's fall and winter collection of clothing that I've been wanting for a long time is coming out. I'm going to take the plunge and pre-order it.
Huh? Uriel, you don't have any particular reason to go out, do you? I think you don't have to buy such expensive clothes.
Does that mean you're telling me not to dress up? Are you saying that I should give up being a woman?
No, I'm not saying that. We can't afford something so extravagant like that. So please, at least buy something else affordable to wear.
Well, you're living on my son's income too. How can you say such a thing?
I'm not extravagant in any way. I spend the money Ted earns from his work with care.
You don't work yourself, but you expect me to put up with it?
Huh?
What a horrible wife you are. You don't even think of buying your mother in law anything she likes to make her happy?
I have feelings for you, but I'd have to talk to Ted first about buying something that expensive.
I can't believe you don't even have that much saved up. Don't you think you're disqualified as a wife?
That's a terrible thing to say. You don't have to say that much.
I've had enough. It was stupid of me to ask you.
Please listen, Uriel.
Hey, Marie, I heard you're on vacation. Seems like you're so carefree. You don't even have a job and you're going for a vacation? Who the hell do you think you are?
Uriel, this trip is planned by my sisters to celebrate my parents' 60th birthday. My sister and I have been discussing and accumulating money for the trip since before I got married. I haven't touched any of Ted's money.
But that doesn't mean you're allowed to leave your hardworking husband. That's insane. What kind of nerve do you have? Your parents don't have common sense too.
Ted was supposed to go together with me, but he suddenly had to work. He wanted to go, but he couldn't.
What? My son was supposed to go to?
Yes, he said he wanted to celebrate with my parents.
So you're saying I was the only one who wasn't invited? Why wasn't I invited?
I talked it over with my sister, and we decided to limit it to us sisters and our spouses since it was our parents' 60th birthday.
That's because you're incompetent.
Huh?
You should have said that you can't leave your mother in law alone in the house. Or that you think your mother in law is a precious family since you got married to my son. You can also say that you'll take your mother in law with you. You have good reasons to take me with you.
I beg your pardon?
You're such a disgusting wife. I can't believe you left me behind. You're so useless.
That's not true. I didn't even invite my brother in law's parents.
That's how you always make me an object of avoidance, you know? Do you enjoy bullying me?
I've never bullied you.
Don't lie to me. And your parents aren't very nice either. Well, maybe it's because they work at the bottom of the pile picking up trash or something. Besides, I don't know if they're celebrating their 60th birthday or not. It's embarrassing that their daughters are paying for their trip.
Please don't speak ill of my parents. It's not like my parents asked us to do this. It's something me and my sister wanted to do and planned.
My son got married to a poor wife. That's why we're in this mess.
What did you say?
You wouldn't even take me on a trip with your family. Isn't that too much?
Please stop calling my family poor people. For your informations, my parents are not poor. Did you have any financial trouble after I got married to your son?
How dare you? You let Ted work while you're having fun? You don't have kids yet, so you should be working too. Why don't you at least give me an allowance? Besides, if you had worked, you could have paid for my travel expenses for this trip.
That's selfish. It's all for yourself, isn't it?
That's right. That's why I moved in with you, because I don't have to pay a penny.
Is that what your true intention is? We were living well on Ted's income until now. Besides, Ted wanted me to stay home.
That's because he cares about you. Ted has always been a kind, shy boy. Maybe he's afraid to tell you because he's afraid of you.
That's terrible. Anyway, you're living here together with us, but we don't receive any money for food, utilities, or rent, right?
Isn't that obvious? Children aren't supposed to take money from their parents. You really are a low-life woman. You are indeed your parents' daughter.
It's because you're so sarcastic and abusive like that. I decided not to take you on the trip.
Huh? What a wife.
I'm sorry, if we continue talking like this, it will spoil the fun of our trip.
Hey, I'm not finished talking yet. Marie! How are you, lazy wife? Still enjoying your trip?
What is it, Uriel?
We've had a big problem while you've been traveling.
What happened?
We've moved, so you have no place to go back to.
Moved out? What do you mean?
Ted suddenly told me to move out. He knew I was going through a hard time.
Ted did that? It's quite a sudden.
I don't know. He's been looking for a place to live for a while. He told me he had found the right place for me.
Really? I wonder why he did that.
Maybe he was fed up with you.
What?
You don't even work. You rely on his earnings and constantly bully me too.
Oh no.
It's an old apartment, but if Ted can live with me, that's more enough. I'm most happy to get away from a lousy wife like you.
No way.
I think Ted is thinking of divorcing you. That's why. He thought that while you were on a vacation, he could take a chance and rush into it. That's so nice of him.
Then what are you going to do with the apartment you're living in now?
I've moved out.
What? You took the house from me? You can't just do that. That's terrible. Where am I supposed to go back to?
Well, you can look for a place to live for a fresh start, or you can go back to your parents' house. You can do whatever you want. Well, in any case, I guess you should look for a job first.
Looking for a job?
That's right. You can't afford to pay rent if you don't have a job. It's embarrassing to be living at your parents' home for a woman at your age. You'd better find a job as soon as possible. I don't think this is a time for you to be taking vacations.
It's awful that you're moving out without permission while I'm gone. Why did you take someone's house without a second thought?
Anyway, I'm amazed Ted made up his mind to do this. He's kind of a shy boy, so he must have been really worried. I'm glad he was able to act quickly, even if it was just on the spur of the moment. That's my boy.
So, you two will live together from now on?
Yes, we will. Well, I've raised Ted all his life. I know what he likes. If he finds a good woman, I don't mind for him to get remarried. I hope he finds a good wife.
We're not getting a divorce.
You can see that happening when you get back from your trip. Anyway, I don't want to live with you. You always make accusations about me and I didn't like it.
Is it you who always makes false accusations? I don't understand why you don't like me. I've done my best for you.
What you thought as your best wasn't good enough for me. Actually, you were making me feel uncomfortable. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Jeez.
So, as soon as you get back from your trip, I want you to proceed with the divorce. I won't forgive you if you're still messing around. See you. We moved in without a hitch. It's so nice to have a room without you. I'm so glad Ted made up his mind. I'm sure I'll be able to live a great retirement life now.
I see. So, you finished the move? I'm glad to hear that. I hope you enjoy your life there.
You won't have a place to live anytime soon. I'm so sorry that you and Ted are getting divorced. Also, that you have to look for a job and place to live. It's your fault that things turn out this way in the first place, though.
Why is it my fault?
It's because you don't listen to me. I can't admit that you're my son's wife. You'll have to live a life of downfall, but good luck with that.
No, I won't change a thing.
Huh? Stop being so stubborn. You're going to be a lonely woman again.
No, I'm not. It's you who are going to be lonely again.
What? Have you lost your mind? Poor thing.
You don't realize that you've been kicked out of the house?
Huh? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
You have been bad-mouthing me to Ted a lot, haven't you?
Well, that's because I was disgusted by your attitude, by your messed up language, and so on. I think Ted understood that.
Are you insane, Uriel? How do you think Ted would feel seeing his beloved wife being abused by his own mother every single day?
I think he felt sorry for me. He's such a sweet boy.
That's your own egotism. Ted didn't like it very much. Before we moved in together, you promised him to obey the condition, but you have failed.
What?
Ted pretended to go along with your story and decided to move out. He was the one who did it. By the way, did you have any of his belongings at the new place?
If you put it that way, it seems like it was all my stuff.
Does Ted have a key to your apartment?
No, I still have the spare. What?
You're the one who doesn't have a place to go.
Huh? Are you saying that my son deceived me?
That's right. He had no choice but to do that. I can't imagine how painful it must have been for him.
You're lying. Ted moved out to live with me, right?
I didn't know either, but Ted contacted me. He said that there's no way he and I will ever get divorced.
What? So I'm going to live alone in this old apartment?
Yes, you're right.
You've got to be kidding me. I thought Ted would divorce you and live with me. That's why I moved here. There's no way I can live on just my own pension. If that's the case, I'm going back to the apartment.
I refuse. There's no place for you to go back to anymore.
No way. In that case, I'll be nice to you. I won't be sarcastic anymore. I won't be mean to you.
It's already too late. You asked us to let you move in with us, but you didn't agree to any of the conditions. You did whatever you wanted and you also treated me like a housekeeper. I can't trust you anymore. Anyway, Ted said the same thing.
Ted would never say such a thing, would he? He's kind of the boy who loves his mother dearly, you know?
You're the one who didn't keep your promise to Ted, right? He was stunned at your attitude.
Fine, I'll talk to Ted directly. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
That goes for me too, but Ted said he won't be in contact with you anymore.
Huh? What do you mean?
He said he's had enough of seeing you bullying me.
That's a lie. I'm going back to the apartment now.
Oh, Ted is not at the apartment anymore.
What do you mean?
We've decided to move out too.
Huh?
That was also decided on short notice when you moved out. Actually, my father heard about it on our trip and arranged a new apartment for us. We decided to take the plunge and buy it.
Why did your father do that?
You treated my father like a bottom feeder, calling him a garbage picker. With all due respect, my father is the CEO of a cleaning company.
Huh? CEO?
Yes, indeed. He knows well about real estate agents, so I asked him if any of his fellows has a vacant property. And he said he had found one that was just right for us, so we decided to buy it. Ted was so happy to hear that he could own his own home. He said he's going to work harder from now on.
So, what about me?
Ted helped you find an apartment for that purpose. You will live alone and lonely there. From now on, you'll be on your own.
Huh? No kidding. I promised you that I would be nice to you from now on, didn't I? I won't be sarcastic or mean to you anymore. So I want to move in with both of you in that new apartment. Give me the address now.
I don't want to. I told you that I don't trust you anymore, didn't I? Since Ted and I both intended to cut ties with you, I don't think we'll ever see each other again.
You're lying, right?
Ted has already taken care of all our luggage, so I plan to return to our new home after the trip. I'm going to start living there right away.
Oh no, I'm all alone in this old apartment.
It can be hell. You deserve that after what you've done. I'm sure Ted warned you many times along the way, but you still didn't change your attitude. Please give up.
Marie, I'm sorry. I apologize, so please don't give up on me. I don't want to be alone anymore. Please.
It's too late, Uriel. The scars you left in my heart by bullying me will never go away. Well, then I'm going to block your number from now. Enjoy living alone in your apartment.
Marie, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
After that, my mother-in-law had to live a lonely life by herself. However, since she had been living without paying a single penny of her own money, it was difficult for her to pay for apartment, heat, and food with only her own pension. She had no choice but to start working part-time job. Because of her age, she has had a hard time learning about the work, so she is getting a lot of criticism from the younger part-timers. She's been bullying people for a long time, so it would be good for her to experience the same feeling. As for me and Ted, we are enjoying our life as a married couple again in our new apartment. In fact, we recently found out that I'm pregnant, so we are looking forward to the birth of our new family member. I'm sorry that my mother-in-law won't be able to hold our grandchild, but I am happy enough that my parents have told me they will adore my child with all might.
Sarah, how's things at home?
Yeah, I just finished preparing for lunch.
Oh, Thanks. I'm sorry that we have to move in when we were about to get married.
It's okay. I know it's not easy for her to take care of your father by herself.
My father can take care of himself for the most part, but I don't think we needed to live together. But she wouldn't listen because of the way she is.
Yeah, I understand that.
And since you have to work from home, I wanted to create a calm environment for you.
Thanks for saying that. I'm your wife now. I'm going to help my in-laws as much as I can.
I'm really sorry.
It's not something for you to apologize. Besides, we've already started our life. We just have to make the best of it, don't we?
Well, for that, let's go on our honeymoon and have fun.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll definitely go when my job is done.
Yeah, I'll work hard until then too.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we'll get through it together.
Yes, we will. Let me know anytime you need anything about my mom.
Okay, I'll let you know, thanks.
Okay, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Good luck at work this afternoon.
Thanks, you too.
Sarah? Yes, what is it?
I'd like some cake after lunch today.
I see, please go ahead. I recommend the cake shop in front of the station.
I have a pain in my back since yesterday, and I don't think I can go there on foot. Would you buy a cake for me?
I'm working right now.
It's not much of a job anyway. What does it matter if you go buy a cake or not?
I have a web meeting today. I can't go out. I can't do anything irresponsible because I'm earning money from my job too. So please buy a cake by yourself.
What? You're my daughter-in-law and you're giving me an order?
I'm not giving you an order. I'm just saying I can't go because I'm working. I'm free for lunch. I'll prepare you and your husband some meal.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want cake after lunch.
I understand that, but I have work to do. So if you want to have some cakes, you have to go buy it by yourself. I think it's a good idea to walk to the station to get some exercise.
You really have that kind of coldness.
Even if you say so, I'm at work, so I can't help it. Besides, the reason why I moved in with you is because you were not sure if you could take care of your husband. You wanted me to help, right? I didn't move in with you to run errands for you.
What a bunch of nonsense. How could Liam get a wife like this? All you have to do is serve our family.
That's not possible. I have work to do.
Whatever. Sarah, you guys are going on your honeymoon, right?
Yes, we are. We're planning to, but we're having a hard time finishing our work. But we're working on the schedule right now.
I see.
Why are you asking?
Well, take me and my husband with you.
What? It's our honeymoon. I've never heard of parents coming along on a honeymoon.
Oh, well, why not? It's a new kind of honeymoon.
No, I'm planning to go alone with Liam, so please don't come.
You're my son's wife, but you're always going against me.
It's only natural for only a married couple to go on a honeymoon. How are you going to pay for the whole family to travel together in the first place?
I'll pay for that, of course.
But you live on pensions, right? I don't think you can afford it.
But then, I got a little extra income, so I'll pay for the honeymoon too. I think that's not a bad idea.
The problem is not only about the expenses.
What?
Liam and I are going on our honeymoon to make memories together.
That's great. We can split up when we get there.
What about your husband? He's in a wheelchair. It's not easy, you know.
We'll manage somehow.
I don't think it's that easy. We'll set up a family vacation for another time. Would you reconsider accompanying us on our honeymoon?
Oh my God, you're really stubborn. If I say we're going, we're going. That's the way it is. I'll leave the itinerary to you and you'll take care of the travel arrangements. Oh, and make sure I get the first class. Huh? How much do you think first class costs? Oh, I'll pay for it, no problem. But you guys and my husband will be in coach class. It's not easy to pay for 4 people. That's not good. Are you serious? It's our honeymoon, you know. Of course I'm serious. Well then, as soon as you decide, please make the arrangements. Hey Liam, you got a minute? Yeah, I got some time. What's up? Did my mom do something? We're in trouble. She said she's coming with us on our honeymoon. Huh? What do you mean? She said she's got some extra money coming in and will take care of all the expenses and she wants us to arrange. That's nonsense. It's our honeymoon. I explained that many times. I told her to reconsider because we can go on another family vacation, but she won't listen. I'm so sorry. I can't stand her selfishness. If Mom and Dad were there, we wouldn't be able to relax. That's the thing. She said she'll take care of your father and we'll go separately. Huh? She's the kind of person who puts all the responsibility of taking care of him on you. There's no way she's going to take care of him on the trip. That's what I think too, but she told me to arrange it. Why did she suddenly say that? Yeah, that's what I don't get either. You know, she said a honeymoon is too early for us. Suddenly, she's saying she wants to go with us. And what's with the extra income? She's not working, and her life is the same as usual. Right. Something is suspicious. I'm so sick of that woman's self-centered way. She's always causing trouble to you. I'm really sorry. Don't apologize, Liam. I appreciate that you're always on my side and helping me is good enough. I'm sure Mom is up to something, so let's be careful here. I'll be very careful. And I promise I'll make it up to you. Thank you. She's hard to convince once she made up her mind. We'll plan another honeymoon. You will? That's great. I thought our honeymoon was gone. I know it's gonna take some time. I'll do my best to make it the best honeymoon ever. Sounds great. We're finally going on our trip tomorrow. I'm so excited. It was supposed to be our honeymoon. What? No, nothing. I need to pick up a few things for tomorrow. Can you take me to the mall? I have to work a lot until today. Why? Why? Because I'll be taking some time off for a trip. I have to work for that. You always belittle me for a job that doesn't make much money, don't you? How could you say such a thing? Well, don't you think so? I'm always asking you for help, and you never do me any favors, do you? That's because you tell me when I'm working. I never belittle you. I think you do. How can you say that when you won't even help me prepare for the trip? Sorry. Anyway, I'd like to finish my work today as soon as possible. Could you do the shopping alone? I won't ask you anymore, that's fine. By the way, I hope you've made your first-class reservations for tomorrow. Of course. I've reserved your seat in first class. Don't worry about it. Okay then, I'll go shopping on my own. You take care of my husband's lunch, okay? I'll take care of it. Natasha, where are you? It's almost time to board the plane. If you don't hurry, you'll miss your flight. That's the thing, Sarah. I went to the bathroom and got lost. I don't know where I am. What? Is there any airport staff nearby? I've been looking for them, but I can't find anyone. Wait a minute. Are you still at the restroom right now? Yes, in front of the restroom. What's nearby? There's some kind of trendy cafe to the right. To the left, a fast food restaurant? I think I know where you're at. I'll come and pick you up. Natasha, please don't move and wait for me. If you wander around, you'll really miss your flight. That's not good. I've got first class. I'll be there as soon as I can, so don't move. Okay. Sarah, how do you feel about being left alone at the airport? What are you trying to do? You called me into the bathroom, and then you boarded the plane by yourself? That's not very nice. Just imagining you freaking out makes me happy. I hope you've gone home alone by now. So, this was your plan all along? Of course it is. Who would travel with you? Liam and his father should be in coach. I'm going to enjoy the trip, just the three of us. Natasha, what are you talking about? I'm already there and I'm with my husband. Huh? What do you mean? I finally arrived at the airport after all the connecting flight. How could you get there faster? Because you, someone who hates me, suddenly insisted on accompanying us on our honeymoon. I knew something was going on. What? That's rude. Actually, a friend of mine works at the airport. I told him about the situation beforehand. I asked him to arrange a direct flight immediately if something happened. A direct flight? I had a connecting flight. I booked a connecting flight to save a little on travel expenses. You're such a cheapskate, aren't you? Well, that's okay. You're paying for this trip. Anyway, now that we're there, I'm going to enjoy shopping by myself. Are you going to leave us alone? Even though you started this whole trip? And what do you mean the trip is my expense? Why don't you guys take care of my husband? I'm sure he is happy to be in such a wonderful place. That seems to be the case. We're already at the hotel. He's very happy that the view from the room is soothing to him. That's good to hear. Well, I'm going to enjoy shopping by myself and head to the hotel. So I'll see you later. By the way, Natasha. What? You're paying all the expenses for the trip. What are you talking about? I told you to make the reservation in your name, didn't I? So you're the one who made the reservation. You're the one who has to pay. That's why you're paying. No, I made the reservation in your name. Huh? How can that be? I told you earlier. Your behavior was too suspicious. I talked to Liam and made a reservation in your name just in case. You're kidding, right? It's not the best, but I also reserved a room at a hotel one rank higher for you. I'm sure the price will be quite expensive. Besides, you're flying first class both ways. You will get your bill, so please take care of that. You must be kidding. By the way, how much is this going to cost? I'd say about $10,000. That's for 4 adults. There's no way I can afford that kind of money. We both live on pensions. But you said you would pay for it yourself, didn't you? You said you had some extra income or something? Of course that's a lie. Was it a lie? Then you were planning to make me pay from the beginning, weren't you? Of course. Unlike you, who's just sitting around, Liam is making plenty of money. He'll be able to pay as soon as he gets his bonus, won't he? Don't be stingy. What? You don't know anything, do you? What? Liam's company went bankrupt a year ago. What? Bankrupt? Yes, so he started looking for a job but couldn't find one with good conditions. Now he's working for a low salary. He's still looking for a better job. Is that so? Yes, it is. He says he's busy working hard, but he still works diligently for us. I'm grateful. That's why he can't pay more than $10,000 for a very expensive trip. You're lying, right? Then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Liam? I just got a look at WhatsApp in the hotel room. What are you thinking? How far are you going to get Sarah in trouble? and you ruined our honeymoon. I won't forgive you. No, Liam. I just wanted to give Sarah, who's always busy, a relaxing trip. Don't talk nonsense. Then why did you tell Sarah to pay everything for the trip? Why did you set it up so that she couldn't board? What is this all about? I was trying to bring our family closer together. You still say that? She was trying so hard to encourage and support me when I was on a meager salary. Now, my income is only about $1,200. You haven't put a penny of your daily expenses, have you? What? Of course I do. Don't you lie to me. Sarah was covering the shortfall in living expenses and all your extravagant expenses. That's because she doesn't do much work. She's just locked up in her room playing on her computer. She's a web writer and a successful one, so she's constantly getting writing jobs, and she's taking care of Dad because it would be too much for you. What? You trampled all over Sarah's kind feelings. I'll never forgive you. You'll pay for this trip. What were you thinking about our honeymoon? Liam, don't be so angry. I'm not the only one who is angry. What? My dad's angry too. He said he was disappointed when he saw you picking on Sarah. That has completely changed his mind. What do you mean? He says he's divorcing you. Divorce? I don't want that because of the pension. The only reason you're with him is for the money, aren't you? It was Sarah who took care of him, not you. He doesn't see the benefit of being with you anymore, and I agree. Wait a minute, Liam. My dad's stubborn too. He won't listen once he made up his mind. As soon as we get home, the divorce is final. And Sarah and I don't want anything to do with you either. We're going to cut you off from us. You're kidding, right? Don't tell me you're going to break up with me. Liam! I'm very sorry, but Liam doesn't want to be on WhatsApp with you anymore. Sarah, you betrayed me, didn't you? Please don't talk nonsense. Wasn't it you who betrayed me? You didn't let me board the plane by using your cheap trick. As Liam said, we will break off the relationship with you as soon as we get back. If my husband divorces me and you guys leave too, I will be all alone. That's right. That's what you deserve. You've been picking on me so much in the past. I was about to reach my limit. I was thinking that I'm at my limit, and then you made this mistake. It was a good deal for me. Huh? As Liam said, I had actually been taking care of entire family up until now. When Liam lost his job, he said he would work all night for me. Why? Because the hourly wage is good. I guess he wanted to make as much money as possible. Oh no. So I think my income will be enough to support the whole family for a while. I told him to take his time while working a temporary job to see if he could find a better one. I didn't know that. Exactly. If I have told you, what would you say? I think that's why he didn't tell you. Oh no. You tried to go along on our honeymoon. It's not every day that a mother-in-law refuses to let her daughter-in-law board a plane. I hope you'll be punished properly. No, that's not true. I'll lose everything. That's what will happen, but it can't be helped. Liam and his father said they don't even want to see you. So for now, please don't come to the room we're staying at the hotel. What? We're not in the same room? That was the plan, but we decided to cut you off. I told the front desk what happened, and they switched us to separate rooms. We will be completely separated from each other here. What? When we come home, we will leave the house, so please keep that in mind, and take care of the payment. That's impossible. There's no way I can do that, being alone and paying over $10,000 in travel expenses. But it's your fault that this happened, so it can't be helped. You'll just have to live with it somehow. Then I guess this will be the last time I'll be on WhatsApp with you, so take care of yourself. Wait, Sarah. Please wait. When Natasha came home from her trip, her husband gave her divorce papers. It seems that she cried and begged for forgiveness, but he kicked her out saying, "I'm not going to live with someone who disrespects me, a disabled man." Even so, out of his final act of kindness, arranged for the division of property. However, after paying travel expenses and renting a new house, there was not much left in her pocket. Natasha, who could no longer live on her pension alone, had no choice but to start working part-time. What a sad end. We bought a new apartment with the help of my father-in-law. Now we live with him. Even though my father-in-law needs nursing care, he can live by himself as long as he has a wheelchair, so he doesn't need much help from me. Thanks to this, I am able to concentrate on my work every day. And now that Liam has finally found a job that pays well, we are now planning our honeymoon. This time, I would like to enjoy a sweet and fun time, just the two of us. Haley, where did you go? I'm out shopping for dinner, but I'm almost home. I'm a block away. I want some mochi. Can you get me some? What? But I'm almost home. The Japanese store is far, so I'll go there tomorrow. Why wait till tomorrow? What? I just told you I want some mochi. Don't you get it? But I'm already home. It'll be late to prepare dinner, so can I get it tomorrow? You really don't understand, do you? I said I want to eat it now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered to text you about it. I don't get it. You get angry when dinner is late. Of course. Dinner is supposed to be at 5, so I have to eat on time. I know. That's why I can't go back to the store. Dinner is going to be late if I do. Why do you assume it's impossible? Because physically... Don't you want to do something for your mother-in-law, knowing it's impossible? Huh? I know it's impossible in terms of time, and at this time, the roads will be crowded. Please give up today. Give up? How dare you talk to me like that? You're so useless. You're going to say that much. I'm trying my best as a wife, but... You're being a brat again. That's it. I won't ask you for anything. Caleb, listen to me for a second. What's wrong? I got a text from your mom asking me to buy her some mochi. Okay. But I was almost home from shopping groceries, and I had to prepare dinner, so I told her if I could get it tomorrow for her, and she got mad. Well, that's your fault. How is it my fault? I was already home. It takes time to get to the Japanese store. I know my mom. She really wants to have some, right? Yeah. Well then, whatever you say won't work. Well... You know how she is, so it's your fault for not listening to her. What? Then what should I have done? She'd get mad either way if dinner was late. The only way is to become a superwoman and fly away. Oh God, don't be silly. I'm not kidding. But in my house, what my mom says is absolute. It's your fault for refusing. Oh my God. Caleb, you're my husband and she's your mom, so say something about it. No way. No matter what I say, she won't listen. That's why I always listen to her. So you have to do what she says. Please don't be complicated. What the hell? You don't want to protect me? I'm your wife. But if I do, that would make my mom look like the bad guy, right? Well, that's close. That's enough. It was useless telling you. Haley, you should buy Mochi today.
Huh? Betty, I thought I told you.
Told me what?
I told you I was going to take care of my father this weekend, so I won't be home.
Your father? Oh, yeah, he was in a bad accident.
Yes, he needs personal care since he can't move on his own. I wish my mother was here, but she's gone, so there's no one to take care of my father.
So, you won't buy me Mochi?
I can't.
What? You were supposed to buy yesterday, but now what?
I'm sorry. I'll buy some on my way home.
Are you staying the night?
Yes, I am. I told you about it, didn't I?
What about dinner tonight?
I told you to buy something for dinner.
Huh? You're the wife. Why do I have to buy dinner?
I can't go home. I don't have a choice. You can make it yourself, don't you? I'm sure you're well enough to cook.
What a disrespectful thing to say. It's a wife's job to cook for her mother-in-law, right?
But I'm at my parents' house now, so I can't.
Then why don't you come home right now?
Huh? To cook dinner? It takes an hour and a half by train from my parents' house, you know. I don't have that kind of time.
If you insist on staying over, why don't you cook dinner and go back?
Huh? What about my father? My father needs supper too. I'm here today, so I haven't even asked for a helper. I can't do that.
But your father can sit in a chair, right?
Yes, but he's in a wheelchair. He can't stand or move by himself yet.
I see. Then why don't you let him wait in his wheelchair?
Huh? What do you mean?
Your father can't move by himself, right?
Yes.
Well, let him sit in the wheelchair and let him wait for hours. In the meantime, come home to make dinner.
Betty, please don't say such terrible things. I'm worried about my father. He's so hesitant, he'll tell me not to worry about him. I'm his daughter. I can't just leave him alone. I have to eat dinner with him, bathe him, take him to the bathroom when I can.
When you can? You're my son's wife, remember? You're going to put your father first instead of me?
Leave me alone. My father is badly injured and can't move by himself. I can't just leave him there. Besides, I told you about it in advance.
Are you talking back to me? What is wrong with you and your father? He decided to give you out as a wife to my son. And now that he can't do anything by himself, he wants you to take care of him? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Please don't speak bad about my father. It's not like he asked me to come over. I wanted to do it for him. It's my duty to take care of him, especially in these times. My mother isn't here too, so...
Having your own daughter to bathe you? That's sick. I wouldn't be able to do that. And to the restroom too? I mean, to pee and to poop too? Ew, I don't want to do that.
Even if you don't like it, I'd still want to take care of my father. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Anyway, until he's recovered to take care of himself, I'll be away on the weekends for him. I have someone to take care of him during the weekdays, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
So I have to prepare dinner by myself until your father's recovered?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll never allow you to do that. You should leave your father, who can't move by himself alone. You should take good care of me.
I can't talk to you anymore. Don't talk about how I take care of my father. I'm going to excuse myself. Hey, Caleb. I told you I'm going back to my parents' house today to take care of my father, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Your mother heard that too, right?
Yeah, I think she was in the living room.
She said she didn't know, and she made fun of the fact that my father couldn't move.
Hey, what are you getting all riled up about? What's wrong with taking care of my injured father? Isn't it strange that making dinner for your mom takes priority over the injured? Caleb, you should say something to your mom.
What? Wait a minute. It's not her fault, is it?
Huh?
It's normal for a wife to take care of her mother-in-law first.
But my father is injured and can't move. He can't cook, go shopping, or eat. He can't take a bath or go to the bathroom by himself. And it's not always that way.
But you're the wife of this family, right? Then you have to take care of the house first.
What? Caleb, do you think the same way as your mother?
Because you're married to this family. So it is what it is, right? Isn't that what being a wife has always meant? Don't be so angry.
I'm getting angrier and angrier.
By the way, your father's accident was pretty bad, wasn't it?
What about it?
No. How much will the insurance cover? It's going to cover the other party's compensation? Disability compensation, right?
Why? I don't feel comfortable about you asking that question right now.
I'm thinking of buying a new golf club set. But as you know, Haley, the company is in a recession. We won't be able to afford it for a while, right? I was hoping your father could buy it for me instead of you, who can't do the housework.
Hey, Caleb, do you understand the situation? My father is badly injured and can't move, and he still has a lot of treatment and rehabilitation ahead of him. And you're talking about money? And for your own shopping? How can you ask such a thing to my father who is suffering? Are you an idiot?
Because you're going to get money that you didn't have, so why not share a little bit?
You and your mother are inhumane.
What? You're always taking care of him during the weekends instead of us, so why not? My mother puts up with us too.
Don't talk like that. I'm doing this to take care of my father. I'm not being forced to do it.
Hey, why don't you just ask him once?
I don't want to. Please don't say anything about how I take care of my father.
Hey, Haley, what are you doing? It's urgent. Pick up the phone.
Sorry, Caleb, what's wrong? I'm helping my father use the bathroom.
I don't care about that. Can you come back right now?
What do you mean you don't care?
Mom just collapsed.
What?
I was watching TV and all of a sudden I heard a thud. I turned around and saw my mom on the floor.
And then what happened?
I just called an ambulance. Come home now.
Well, I can't leave my father alone. Call me when you find out the details about her.
Okay, I think the ambulance will be here soon. Haley, Mom had a stroke and I need you to take care of her.
Huh? Betty?
She's paralyzed. She can't move her left hand and leg. With physical therapy, she may be able to move again, but it's hard to say at this point.
I see. Rehabilitation is very hard for older people, and it takes a lot of energy.
So, after I get out of the hospital now, I'm going back home.
What about the therapy?
Mom wants to commute from home. You're always at home and used to taking care of your father. You can do it, right? From now on, I'm going to ask you to take full responsibility of Mom's physical therapy.
Huh? Me? Why?
Because you're used to taking care of your father, right? There's no one else I can ask.
Wait a minute. I don't want to take care of your mother.
What? What are you talking about? My mom is paralyzed. It's normal for a wife to take care of her, right?
That's 100% impossible.
Huh?
How can you say that? Even my father's injury was such a mockery. She said she was ashamed to have his daughter take care of him or something. She also said she'd never do it. So why should I have to take care of your mother?
What's with that argument? My mom collapsed. She's paralyzed.
I know. But considering what your mom has said and done so far, I don't think I need to be the one to take care of her.
What the hell? That's it.
Caregiving is so hard. It takes a lot of strength and time. I know you're going to have a hard time from now on while balancing work and life. But good luck with that.
What are you really saying? You're the one taking care of mom, right?
No. I told you. I'm 100% incapable of doing that. Who's going to take care of your mother? Caleb, I think it's time for us to break up. We should get a divorce.
Huh? Why are you talking like that?
I don't want to be forced to take care of her because I'm your wife. So let's get a divorce.
Huh? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I can't believe that as soon as mom needs care, you're divorcing me.
No, that's what I've been thinking all along. She bullies me. My husband won't even protect me or help me at all. Even if my father was seriously injured, you didn't care. You both complained for me taking care of him, even only in the weekends. Telling me just because I'm the wife, I should leave my father alone. Do you know how I feel? There's no need for me to go through all that trouble for a mother and son like that. That's why I can't take care of your mother.
No way.
I'll send you the divorce papers. So please send the divorce papers back once you signed it.
Don't decide on divorce so easily.
If you take care of your mother by yourself, you'll get money.
What?
You want to buy a new golf club set, right? Maybe you can make that dream come true. Maybe you can buy something better than that?
That may be true, but...
That sounds fine. Well, I'll send you the divorce papers right away tomorrow.
Hey, Haley. I heard from Caleb. He said you refuse to take care of me even though you're his wife. I can't move half of my body, you know? What's going on?
Huh? Didn't your son tell you anything? Me and your son are divorced. I'm not his wife anymore.
What? What do you mean?
The day before yesterday, I sent him the divorce papers. Of course, your son signed it and submitted the divorce papers to the authorities. The divorce was finalized.
You're lying. Then who's going to take care of me?
I heard that your son will do it.
Huh? How can he take care of me?
In case you're wondering, I've given him some advice, so isn't it okay? You can't move on your own, so I told him to let you wait for hours in your wheelchair.
Huh?
Your son said that will be easy.
What? What do you mean by that?
Huh? That's what you told me, remember? That's what you always said when you talked about taking care of my father. You said, all you have to do to take care of him is to put him in a wheelchair. You said that he was paralyzed and couldn't move anyway.
Did I say that? I don't know.
You don't want your child to help you bathe and go to the bathroom, right? So when I told you that your son doesn't have to do it, he said if that's what he had to do, he could do it too. So you don't have to worry about taking care of yourself.
Unbelievable. I'll never be able to... I can't move half of my body. Of course it's impossible for me to do it alone.
Well, don't say that. Think of it as physical therapy. You have plenty of time.
Oh no, of course it's impossible. You should take care of me, Haley.
I'm divorced from your son. I have nothing to do with you, so there's no reason for me to take care of you.
Then tell Caleb to hire someone professional.
I've explained it to him, but your son apparently has some things he wants to buy. He said it would be a waste of money to hire someone, Well, I think you should negotiate that with him. Your son was so eager to take care of you by himself.
No way. There's no way he can take care of me.
But he says he will do it himself. I can't stop him. I hope you and your son will work hard together from now on. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Excuse me, Haley! Hey, how dare you say such a random thing? Caring for someone is so hard. I can't do it.
No one said it would be easy. I just told you what you and your mother told me. You're the one who thought it would be easy.
I put her in a wheelchair and she complains all day long. She can't even take a bath or go to the bathroom without my help at all. I can't do anything with this.
But you said you do it yourself. So I don't have a choice, do I? If you don't like it, why don't you hire a helper or use a facility?
I don't have that kind of money.
What?
Mom used up all our savings, and I'm on leave from my job, so we don't have money to live. I'm barely surviving on what I'm being compensated for.
Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that. So you couldn't even afford a golf club set?
I can't afford that. I don't even have time to go golfing.
That's tough. It's hard when you don't have access to facilities and helpers.
Hey, Haley, please come back.
Huh?
I can't take care of her. Mom's always grumpy because she doesn't get her way. I can't work. We have no money. I'm afraid we're going to fall together if I don't do something. You're the only one I can count on. Help me.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll get used to it. Maybe then you'll be able to start working again. Until then, hang in there.
I can't. I can't take it anymore. So Haley, come back and take care of Mom.
Who are you to talk like that? We're already divorced. There's no reason for me to take care of your mom. Also, there is no way I would help you and your mother who despised my father.
Don't say that. I'm your ex-husband. Am I asking for too much?
I don't know. Find someone else to ask. I have nothing to do with both of you. I have a father to take care of. It's your mother. It's normal to take care of your own.
No, I apologize for everything I've done. Mom says the same too, so please come back.
I can't. I want to get rid of you guys now, so I'm going to block you. I wish you and your mom the best of luck in life. Well then, have a nice day.
Haley, wait! Haley!
After that, my ex-mother-in-law called me many times. Please take care of me, Haley, I'll pay you. But I refused. She had done such a terrible thing to me. But the moment she needed help, she was nice to me. Isn't it too convenient of her? I will never forgive her for making fun of my father. In the end, my ex-husband switched to a part-time job and is doing his best to take care of his mother. It seems that both nursing care and daily life are quite difficult. Well, it's his own mother, so I want him to do his best. I went back to my parents' house and started working while taking care of my father. My father is now able to move around on his own, so it's a lot easier. Until my father makes a full recovery, I will continue to work hard and take it easy. It has been hard work so far, but I am happy that I can now take my time to take care of my father.
Felicia, can you cook dinner for Gerald?
Dahlia, I like cooking and I've been making all kinds of things since I was a little girl. So I think I can make anything Gerald loves.
You think you can? I need you to make it perfectly.
Gee.
What about cleaning, laundry, housework?
I've been living alone since I entered the workforce, so I don't think it's a problem.
Just because you lived alone doesn't mean you can do housework.
That's true, but I have never had Gerald mention housework to me before.
You're going to live with my only son, my precious son. I need you to be a perfect wife. Otherwise, I won't be able to stand it.
I know how much you care about your son. I will do my best.
Of course you will. I'm letting go of Gerald, who has lived with me for so many years. I will never forgive you if you can't make that boy happy.
I understood. Anyway, why are you so worried?
Of course I'm worried. I can only imagine his misfortune.
What? We're about to get married. That's a terrible thing to say.
If you want, you can reconsider this marriage.
Huh?
If you want to cancel the marriage, I'll be happy to accept.
I can't do that. I want to be happy together with Gerald.
Then you must make him happy. If you don't, I'll have no hope of living.
I can't believe you're so anxious about that. Dahlia, don't worry. Me and Gerald will definitely be a happy married couple.
I still can't accept it. I can't let this woman take my son away from me. I can't stand it. If that's the case, I'd rather just leave this world.
Please calm down, Dahlia. It's terrible to cry and shout such a thing at the ceremony.
I can't stand it. I can't stand that a woman like you took my son away from me. I'm going to live alone from now on.
But that doesn't mean you have to scream during the wedding ceremony. For now, let's wait for the guests.
Then where and when do you want me to shout? I couldn't suppress the feelings in my heart, so what can I do?
Are you against our marriage?
Of course. Didn't you notice?
Huh?
Did I ever once say I would allow you to marry my son? I don't remember ever agreeing to it. And yet, you took the liberty of talking about it.
Why are you saying that now?
If I don't say it now, when are you expecting me to say it? I thought today was my last chance. I can't continue to live my life with my feelings bottled up like this. When I saw you as my son's bride, I was so frustrated and disappointed. I couldn't stop crying.
So that's why you cried like crazy. It's not that I don't know how you feel. So many people gathered here today for our wedding. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time.
No, stop it. I just can't allow you to be Gerald's wife. I don't like you.
Dahlia, then what do you want to do?
It's obvious. Cancel the wedding and give me back my son right now. There's nothing else I want.
Even if you say that, we can't cancel the wedding. Gerald wants this marriage.
Huh? How can you be so confident that Gerald wants to marry you? I know best what he likes. There is no way he would like someone like you.
That's a bit of an exaggeration.
Shut up! I'm going to make this clear. Gerald is a sweet boy. Maybe there's another girl he likes.
What?
Maybe he just doesn't want to tell you.
That's your own delusion.
Anyway, announce the cancellation of the wedding immediately.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I won't cry over a wedding as a joke.
If Gerald really wants to cancel the wedding, I'll think about it.
Of course he wants to do so.
But how are you going to explain it to everyone who came to the wedding?
Well, why don't you just tell them that you had an affair?
You gotta be kidding me.
Tell them that your affair partner just came to the venue and went berserk.
That's absurd.
Let's explain that to the guests. I think that's a good idea. They would believe that story since it's something that a woman like you does.
You're so prejudiced. If you insist, I'll talk to Gerald. Gerald, what should we do? Your mother, she cries so hard during the wedding and screamed. Our wedding is messed up. Your mother is going to call off the wedding.
If that's what Mom wants, so be it.
Huh?
You heard what she said. She said she wants to call off the wedding. That's why she cried so hard.
What do you mean?
I don't want to marry you.
What are you talking about at this stage? The guests are all here for us. Besides, if we split up like this, how are you going to pay off your debts? You can't do it alone, can you? You're unemployed.
Don't worry about that. Mom introduced me to the CEO of a certain company.
Seriously?
The CEO seemed to like me. He decided to hire me right away, so I don't have to depend on you anymore. I heard that Mom invited him to the wedding today, too.
Such an important person is coming and we're having this fuss? You guys are out of your mind. And no matter how you think about the debt, I don't think it's an amount you can pay on your own.
I have an idea.
You're not thinking of something nasty, are you?
I can definitely make a lot of money. I'm gonna use my whole salary to bet at the casino, horse races, and buy the lottery. That way, I'll pay off my debt in no time.
Gee, I'm so stunned. You really are a scumbag. Life isn't that easy, you know?
Don't mock me. Anyway, I want to call off this marriage.
Since you're going to get a new job, I suggest you work hard and pay off your debts.
Don't be silly. It's a man's dream. I'll make a lot of money and pay off all my debts in one lump sum. Anyway, I haven't told my mom about the debt. I need to get it done in a short period of time.
It's so ridiculous that I have lost my words. So this wedding is off then?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. By the way, what's the reason for the cancellation?
Huh? Didn't Mom tell you? She said you should explain to everyone that you're having an affair and your affair partner went crazy in the wedding hall. That's good enough, right? The CEO of the company is coming to the ceremony, so it's convenient for me too. I'm sure he'll feel sorry for me and love me more.
You really are a jerk. Do you have any idea how much I've helped you so far?
Shut up. If you love me, then do what I want you to do.
My love for you has gone down the drain.
Then go ahead and announce that the wedding is canceled. You're going to apologize to everyone for having an affair.
Huh? Don't be silly. Who would marry someone crazy like you? You'd better brace yourself for what's going to happen now.
I can't hear you.
Dahlia, I've spoken with Gerald.
So, what's next?
I'll cancel the ceremony now and go home.
Huh? Well, I guess you're making a right decision. There's no way Gerald would ever marry you. Everything I said was right, wasn't it?
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You can't show the exchange of messages on the monitors at the ceremony. It's beyond insane. All the guests have left furiously. What are you going to do?
What? I was just telling the truth, for the sake of everyone who went through all the troubles to celebrate this wedding. I think everyone who came to celebrate needs to know the facts.
You've got to be kidding me. You were supposed to explain to everyone that you had an affair, and your affair partner went berserk at the hall.
You've got to be kidding me. Why should I act according to your scenario? I'm the victim here.
What are you talking so high and mighty about? Don't you have any common sense?
Common sense? You are the one who have no common sense.
Huh?
making up your own scenario and screaming at the ceremony site while sobbing hysterically. You are the most insane person to cancel the wedding. Equally, your son is also an insane scumbag. Anyway, Mr. Scumbag told me that since you introduced him to the CEO of a company, he no longer needs me. Can you explain that?
It's exactly what that boy said. He's a smart and capable boy. It would be a shame if he didn't get a job at a good company. I bet you've been robbing him of his talent all this time. But now he'll be fine. He'll have a stable job and be able to look for a new wife again.
I hope so.
What?
Hey, what have you done? You've ruined my dreams. What are you going to take the responsibility for that? What are you talking about?
Don't be silly. Because you showed that messages exchange at the wedding, I've lost my new job.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm just telling the truth. I wasn't having an affair, and there was no man running crazy in the hall. I was doing more than enough to support you.
What the hell?
Do you have any idea how much I've paid for your debt? You don't even work, yet you keep going to the casino, horse racing, to gamble like a lunatic. Because of that, no matter how much I paid, your debts just keep growing. You should have exposed that too.
Don't be silly.
Besides, the boss told me everything after the wedding.
What?
I heard you owe the boss too since you asked him to pay for your salary advance. Something about needing money for a surprise for me at the wedding?
You know that much?
I didn't ask him out. The CEO came to talk to me himself and he was so mad. He said he'll never forgive you and that he has wasted his money for nothing.
You're a nasty woman.
I'm sure you'll have to pay back even more from now on. I hope you'll do your best for that. As for me, I've learned my lesson.
I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
Well, can you lend me some money? I need to pay back what I owe to the CEO right away. I can't tell Mom about this.
Huh? What a scumbag you are. I'm the woman who was dumped by you and your mother when she abruptly called off the wedding. How can you expect me to lend you some money? Do you have no brain?
Because I'm going to have to pay back every penny I owe plus more. You know better than anyone that I can't afford it.
What? You really are a piece of crap. I have nothing to do with you anymore, so I won't lend you any money. Don't ever contact me again.
Oh no. Then how am I supposed to pay off my debt?
I don't know. I gave you good advice, didn't I? I'm not the one who made fun of it and called off the wedding. Do something about it yourself.
Don't say that. We were about to become husband and wife, weren't we? You could at least help me out when I'm in trouble.
I can't. You'll spend the rest of your life drowning in your own trouble. By the way, thank you for canceling the wedding. Well then, good luck paying off your debt.
Felicia, wait. Hey, Felicia, you really did a terrible thing. Because of what you've done, Gerald lost the job I got for him. What are you going to do?
You and your son are just like each other.
Huh?
No, it's nothing. Actually, there's something you didn't know.
What is it?
I'll tell you now. Actually, Gerald has a huge amount of debt.
What?
He was unemployed, but he gambles all the time. Whenever he ran out of money, he'd borrow money to gamble again. And if he won, he would pay it back, and so on, so forth. No matter how many times I warned him, he wouldn't listen.
No kidding.
The debts are getting bigger. and there's nothing he can do.
How has he been living his life then?
I was paying off his debt, and I had to pay all the living expenses too. I don't know how much I spent on him.
I didn't know anything about that.
I'm sure you didn't. That's because Gerald kept it a secret from you. And there's one more shocking fact.
There's more?
He also owed money to the CEO you introduced him to.
Really?
Yes, I'm sure. I heard it directly from the CEO. Gerald said he wanted to surprise me at the wedding and ask for his salary in advance. The boss thought it was sweet of him and gladly agreed.
I can't believe Gerald did such a thing. You're just saying random things to take your revenge on me, aren't you?
It's not a random thing. You'll find out when the bill comes.
Speaking of which, I got a few calls from the CEO. I couldn't get to the phone in either case, so I thought I'd call him later, but...
I think he was trying to reach out to ask you to pay for what your son owe him.
Oh no. How much debt does Gerald owe?
Right now, it has ballooned to about $80,000. I don't know the details of the money he borrowed from the CEO, but it must be close to $100,000.
Huh? $100,000? How is he going to pay it back?
I don't know. After all, he's an irresponsible scumbag.
Don't talk like that. Gerald is a diligent and smart boy.
Huh? Are you still saying that in this situation?
Because he's my precious son. If I don't believe him, who will?
That's true. So how do you plan to live with your son?
Well, he hasn't come home since 2 days ago. His phone and apps are disconnected. I thought you might know what he is doing. That's why I tried to contact you.
How would I know? I've received a message once, but I told him not to contact me again.
What did he say?
He was desperately trying to get money from me. Of course, I refused.
Oh no.
That scumbag of a man, when he realized that money was out of his control, he just ran away.
That's not true. Gerald is not that kind of boy.
But he never comes home, and you can't get in touch with him, right?
That's true, but...
Why don't you report him to the police at this point?
I can't do that. If I report him to the police, he'll be in trouble.
Your son is quite a scumbag, but you are also a very stupid parent. If you don't report this to the police, you, the mother, will be responsible to pay for all his debts. You have to pay back what you borrowed from others.
There is no way I can do it. I can't pay back $100,000.
Then what are you going to do?
Why don't you get married to Gerald? I'll approve your marriage this time. Let's pay back his debt together.
Don't be silly. I don't want to pay for your son anymore. To be honest, I'd like to have the amount I paid for him back.
Don't be so cold. You need to help us.
Why should I help both of you? After all the terrible things you both kept saying to me, you called off the wedding. There's no reason for me to help you.
What am I supposed to do then?
If you don't turn your son in to the police, I'm afraid you'll have to pay off his debt.
That's impossible. I don't have that much money saved up, and I don't even have a job.
This is not the time to be talking like that.
What?
You need to find a job and work from now on.
Why?
Huh? Because if you don't work, you won't be able to pay back your son's debt. Don't you even understand that?
At my age, I can't work now.
But that's the only way. Either you work and pay back the money, or you turn your son to the police. I think you should decide which one you want to do and act immediately.
Don't say that. You should help me.
I refuse to do so. I do not wish to have anything to do with you or your son ever again. I will block you once and for all after this exchange. Wait a minute! You are the only person I can count on. Help me! Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to leave. Gerald has disappeared. I wonder what kind of a scumbag is that guy. Dahlia, who was supposed to pay the debt in his place, works part-time from morning till late at night. Even so, she is still overwhelmed by the monthly payments. I heard that she is living a poor life alone and lonely. I feel sad, since she just wanted to protect her son. But that doesn't mean I have any intention of helping her. I just hope that she will be able to pay off the debt safely. I was depressed for a while because of the breakup of my marriage, but there is no bright future for me if I keep moping. So, I have changed my mind, resumed my job. I'm doing my best to live alone, while hoping that my wonderful Mr. Right will appear in the near future. Psst. Hey, ugly Sally. Are you really going to marry my brother? Emma, can you stop saying ugly? Your kids are listening. I don't want to use that kind of language. I don't feel good about it either. Oh yeah? But you are ugly no matter who you ask. I can't help it. What's wrong with telling the truth? It's so funny. That's terrible. You better answer my question. Are you really going to marry my brother? Yes, of course I am. I love Bob and he told me that he loves me too. It's the way we feel about each other. Are you stupid? He just said it to flatter you, of course. What? My brother has always been kind. That's why he can't call you ugly face to face. You should know that by now. Emma, you say such terrible things. But Bob told me he loves everything about me. I believe those words. He always takes good care of me. I'm going to marry him. You're really annoying. Excuse me? Because, there will be a lot of invited guests at the wedding, right? If my brother and a bride like you were standing next to each other, it wouldn't look very good in a picture. Not good in a picture. We're not wedding models or anything. It doesn't matter if we don't look good in a picture. We just want to announce that we're married. Ew! Still, it's too ugly. It's unbelievable. Bob, can I talk to you?
Oh, Sally, what's up?
I just got text messages from Emma. She doesn't feel good about our marriage.
Huh?
She said I'm not a good-looking bride.
She said that? She has grown up freely. She can't decide what's right and what's wrong. I'm really sorry.
It's not your fault, and she has a point.
What?
I'm not a pretty girl, nor do I have a good figure. I'm not a visually attractive woman.
Don't say that. I love you just the way you are. I love you with all my heart, but you make me sad when you talk like that.
I'm sorry. What's wrong with me? Am I getting a little nervous with the wedding coming up? Normally, I don't mind people saying that to me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to have a word with Emma. I can't forgive her for hurting my bride.
It's okay. I was just feeling unstable.
No, that doesn't make me feel any better. Can you let me deal with her?
Yeah, okay. Hey, Sally, what's going on? What? What do you mean you won't invite our family to the wedding? What? Is that so? What a whitewash! You ordered them to do it, didn't you? You're so frustrated that I called you ugly. That's got to be it. No, I just found out about it from you. I think I invited your family to the wedding, but... My brother told me not to come. What? It was all your idea, wasn't it?
Telling my brother a mixture of fact and fiction? You must have told him not to invite me to the wedding.
No, I didn't.
Don't play innocent. It's a shame of my family to all the relatives. Not being invited to my own brother's wedding? I've never heard of that. What did you say to my brother?
I just told him the truth about what you said on WhatsApp the other day.
Huh? You said that? Of course my brother would be angry if you said that.
Well, I know.
You're really such a clumsy, aren't you? That's the part that makes me angry too. I can't believe that someone like you will be in my family.
You don't have to say it like that.
Anyway, because of what you said, our family won't be able to go to the wedding. My kids were looking forward to it. I even bought dresses for them. Thanks a lot.
I don't know what to say. I didn't know about it. I'm sorry.
Apologizing won't make it go away. You'd better remember that. I won't let you be the only one who feels good.
Emma? Bob?
Oh, Sally, what's wrong?
Is it true that you didn't invite Emma to our wedding?
Oh, did she text you again?
Yeah, she was furious.
Okay, sorry. I made you feel bad again.
That's okay.
I talked to my parents and we decided that it would be the best thing to do. My parents were appalled by her unusual act.
I'm sorry to hear that. Her children were looking forward to it, and she even bought dresses.
I feel sorry for the kids too, but it's her own fault to begin with, so it can't be helped. She needs to be punished for this one time. It's crazy to do whatever she wants after having a family of her own. I'm ashamed of my sister.
Oh, but there's one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
She warned me that she wouldn't just make things better for me. I hope nothing bad happens.
I see. Well, that sounds like something she'd say. We'll be very careful there. We can't let her ruin our wedding. Sally, you don't have to worry about anything.
Thanks.
Congratulations on your wedding, Sally. I wonder if you're in the waiting room yet?
Emma, thank you.
Sally, you're late for the wedding day, aren't you?
What?
There's a problem in the bride's waiting room.
The bride's waiting room? What's wrong?
I'm in the waiting room with my kids.
You are?
Of course, I won't be at the wedding. But the kids insist on wearing dresses. I thought I'd like to say a word of congratulations too.
I see.
But my kids were so excited since they haven't been in a bride's waiting room. They were running around the room and got caught in the wedding dress and fell down.
What? Are they okay?
Well, I owe you an apology.
What?
I'm sorry for tearing up your dress. Forgive me, it was a child's act. I ripped it pretty badly. The front of the skirt was torn in half. I don't think you can wear it to the wedding.
Oh no. Emma, how did you get into the bride's waiting room?
I asked the staff. I told them that I didn't receive my invitation by mistake, and I'm the bride's sister-in-law. And they let me in right away.
I see.
I was waiting for you because you hadn't arrived yet. The kids got bored and started playing tag. I tried to warn them, but they were too excited and wouldn't stop. And before I knew it, her foot got caught in the dress and I was so surprised. I grabbed the dress and it started to rip.
Oh no.
The kids didn't mean to do that, but now your dress is ripped to shreds. I thought you had no choice but to cancel today's wedding. That's why I texted you. This happened because you didn't invite our family to your wedding. It was an accident.
Emma? Our wedding is not there. What? That's not our wedding venue. And I'm already wearing my dress and doing my makeup. Huh? I think you're at the wrong wedding hall. What? Isn't it at the AA hotel? That's where we wanted to have our wedding. There were no openings available, so we changed it to BB Wedding Plaza. You're lying! I'm not lying. I'm actually wearing my wedding dress right now. I'll send you a picture. I see. Then whose dress is this? I don't know. It must be someone else's dress who's getting married today. That's impossible! I've done a terrible thing. We have to leave now. No, Emma, don't run. You asked the staff to let you in, didn't you? They would know right away. I'm sure there are security cameras all over the ceremony site. I'm sure you and the kids are perfectly caught on camera. Of course, a camera is in the bride's waiting room too. I think you should be honest and apologize. That's outrageous! I don't know what my husband would say if he found out about this. There's nothing you can do about it, is there? You can't just say it can't be helped. And my brother and parents would yell at me. That can't be helped either, because that's what you did. That's why I have to run away. Once I leave the ceremony, they won't know who or where I am, will they? It doesn't work that way. In this world, if you do something wrong, you'll be found sooner or later. I think you should go back to the wedding hall right now and tell them what happened. You say that so easily because it's not your problem. I'm having a heart attack right now. I'm going to get away with it for sure. It's ridiculous that I have to suffer because of you. But Emma, you did a bad thing. I think you should apologize sincerely. You can't tell me what to do. I don't like you. Don't get carried away, you ugly woman. Hey, Sally. I got a bill for $60,000 from AA Hotel. It's your fault, so you pay it. Oh, you got a bill from the bride and groom who were supposed to have a wedding? That dress was a special dress that the bride and groom designed themselves. I heard that the bride was the designer. I don't know anything about that. You didn't invite me to the wedding, and that's why this happened. Actually, it was you who actually ripped the dress. I told them to forgive me because it was something a child did while playing, but she won't listen to me at all. Of course she doesn't. It's a once-in-a-lifetime wedding dress, especially if it's a dress that she put her heart and soul into. No matter how much the child was playing, the responsibility for that lies with the parents, doesn't it? I don't have any responsibility. You let the children run around on purpose, didn't you? Huh? You didn't want me to wear the dress, so you let them run around from the beginning, didn't you? What are you talking about? That's not true. You wouldn't let them run around in a small waiting room with a wedding dress out of common sense. That's because the kids were excited. They were excited to wear the dress and were looking forward to going to a ceremony. I don't care about any of that. Bring me $60,000 now. It's your fault. Hey, Emma, that's enough. What are you doing? You've done a heck of a job. Bob, why are you there? Because Sally and I are married. Of course we're together. I've been watching your text since a while ago. Yeah? I knew you were selfish, but I didn't think you'd be so childish, involving people you have nothing to do with. You ruined the start of their life, and you don't have a single word of apology. Because it's not my fault. Don't be ridiculous. You made fun of Sally. I know all the horrible things you said to her. I know everything. So Sally talked. That's the kind of person she is. She's trying to bring me down just because she's ugly. What are you talking about? Don't ever call her ugly again. Sally is a woman who has 1,000 times more kind and beautiful heart than you. I won't forgive anyone who insults her. Wow, that's how you think about her. You're okay with such an ugly woman? You're still talking like that. Go finish paying $60,000 payment to the AA hotel now. We won't pay a cent. It's none of our business in the first place. It's none of your business? It was your fault for not inviting me to the wedding in the first place, wasn't it? You're the one who started the whole thing, so pay for it yourselves. You're still talking like that. I can't talk to you. Here's a piece of advice. Go pay $60,000 you've been charged with right now. What the heck? Hey, my husband has divorced me because of you. What are you going to do about it? Is it my fault? Yes, it is. It's because an ugly woman like you insisted on marrying my brother. That's why this all happened. I don't think that has anything to do with your divorce. Aren't you the reason why he divorced you? What are you talking about? If $60,000 were paid without knowing about it, anyone would be mad. I would definitely get a divorce too. He's even going to get custody of the kids. You have to talk to my husband. I can't talk to him because that's what you deserve, Emma. I think you have no choice but to listen to your husband. I'm also being charged for $60,000 my husband paid, remember? I think you deserve it. You should pay back what he paid for your mistake, don't you? Of course that's impossible. You should convince him that your sister-in-law is in trouble. Don't you want to help me? That's why Bob says he's breaking off the relationship with you for good. What? That's... You insulted me a lot, tried to ruin our wedding, and to top it off, he can't forgive you for causing so much trouble to people who had nothing to do with it. He said he's ashamed to be your brother. Huh? That's why he said he's going to break off the relationship with you. Break up? Even though we are the only siblings? Then his parents made the same decision as Bob. My father and mother? Yes, after causing so much trouble without a word of apology. And yet, you even tried to shift the responsibility to others. They said they must have raised you in the wrong way, and they are going to break off the relationship so that you could learn to be a decent person. What do you mean, learn to be a decent person? You're going to live on your own from now on. You will have to work to pay back $60,000 while living on your own. I'm sure it's a very hard thing to do. I know that. That's why I'm asking for your help. As long as Bob and his parents have decided, I can't do anything about it. Besides, I have no intention of helping you after being made fun of so much. From now on, please work hard and pay back $60,000 on your own. What? That's impossible. I don't even have a job. Why don't you look for a job right now? If you're not so picky, there are plenty of work opportunities out there. Don't be silly. If I get divorced, I'll be kicked out of my house, okay? If my parents also break off the relationship with me, where am I supposed to live? You'll have to find that on your own, won't you? If you say you don't have any money, there are live-in jobs too. Anyway, you have to pay back $60,000 somehow. Oh no! They took my kids and I'm all alone. I can't live without a place to live. That's how you learn the toughness of life. Your parents wanted you to learn that lesson. That's why you need to face the reality. I don't want to. There's no way I can do that alone. I don't know what to do. You have to figure out what to do by yourself. From now on, there's no one to help you, no one to assist you. I don't want to. Sally, please help me. I sincerely apologize for what I've done. I apologize as many times as I can. I'm sorry. So please help me. It's too late now. Like I said before, I'm not going to help you. Please, you're the only one I can count on. You have to help me. I refuse. If you work hard and pay back $60,000, then I can help you a little. Why do you say such terrible things? Terrible things? You're the one who say terrible things. Emma, you've said many terrible things to me in the past. I want you to be sorry for hurting people. Sally, I'm sorry. Well then, you're on your own. I'll be praying for you. Sally, wait! Don't abandon me! After that, Emma tried to argue a lot, but her husband's strong will gave in, and she had no choice but to agree to the divorce. Emma, who had no money and no place to go, cried to her parents. They refused to hear her saying, "Don't you ever step over our doorstep again," and they refused to see her. I heard that she left with her shoulders slumped in tears. I can't help but think of how my parents-in-law must have felt at that time. She is now working from morning till night at a factory with a dormitory, while paying back the money little by little. I heard that she has nothing to look forward to, is growing old all at once. She deserves it. We have successfully started our married life together. Thanks to Bob, who is kind and reliable. I'm trying to make the most of each and every day. Hey, Chloe, I spilled some tea. Can you come clean it up? Helen, not again. You have to be careful every time you eat. Stop complaining. My clothes are soaking wet. So is the table and the floor. Clean it. I'm on an online meeting right now. Please do it yourself. Online meeting? You're just playing around. Stop doing what you're doing and come down right now. I'm not playing. I'm on a meeting right now. What do you want me to do then? You're grown enough to clean up your own mess. Stop interrupting me, please. I'm working. Your mother-in-law needs help, and you're just going to ignore me? What kind of a wife are you? You're making a mess every time you eat or drink. I'm starting to think you're doing it on purpose, aren't you? You just want to be a pain in the ass. Why would I do such thing? What a mean thing for you to say. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a meeting, so I need to excuse myself. Hey, you! Chloe! Don't be disrespectful. Hey, Chloe. They're doing $1 for a slice of cake sale at the bakery. It's only for a limited time. Go buy some for me. Helen, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm working. Didn't we agree that we wouldn't disturb each other during work hours as a condition for living together? Don't act all high and mighty with work. You're just playing games on the computer, aren't you? I know exactly what's going on. You're lying about working just because you don't want to take care of me. I'm not lying. I do have a proper job and a steady income. Income? It's barely anything, isn't it? Our household budget relies on John's income, doesn't it? So don't act all high and mighty. Here we go again. Anyway, I can't go to the bakery right now. If you really want some cake, you can buy it yourself. Excuse me? How could you be such a terrible daughter-in-law? I have weak back and knees, and you want me to go? You are strong enough to go. I remember you chasing after a squirrel who took your biscuit. You were running as fast as you could. Your legs seem strong enough to go to the bakery. Think of it as an exercise. Huh? I'd get there soon if you drive me. Why do I have to walk and go there if you could just take me? It's you who wants some cake, right? So I think it's fair that you get it yourself. That's enough. What? Are you having fun bullying me? I'm not trying to bully you. I've been trying to get along with you, but you keep forcing me to do things I can't. Forcing you? Watch your tone. You don't have to talk to me like that. I try to treat you as if you were my own mother, you know? We're family, so I don't hesitate to speak up my mind.
Wow. I don't want to be called family by the woman who stole my precious only son.
What? I've been trying my best to get along with you, and you still think of me that way? That's terrible.
You? My family? You being part of the family? That's jumping the gun by a century. First things first, you need to start listening to me without any fuss.
No matter what you say, there are things I simply can't drop everything for, especially during work. I can't just respond to demands on a whim. Please understand that. And wasn't that supposed to be a condition for us living together?
So, I'm telling you, it's too soon for you to be imposing conditions on me. You really are a stubborn daughter-in-law. I wonder why John ended up with someone like you. Hey, Chloe. Sorry to bother you.
Helen, what's wrong? I've never been told sorry for interrupting your work. Is everything okay?
No, it's not that. I have good news.
Good news, huh?
Yes. I want to apologize about the other day for saying you weren't a part of my family.
Huh? What happened all of a sudden?
I just lost my temper and I went too far. I'm sorry.
Helen...
So, I was wondering if we could take a family trip to make up.
What? A family trip?
How about the three of us? You, John, and I go to a nice hotel where we can relax and enjoy the scenery. Just a thought.
Sounds great. You're being serious, right?
Of course I am. I've been mean to you. I thought it might be nice to show some appreciation to my daughter-in-law every now and then.
You're not implying that I pay for everything, are you?
There's no way that's happening. Let's split the cost this time.
You okay with that? Why, thank you. I'm happy to hear that.
Then it's settled. A family trip. I'll ask John to book a nice hotel for us. It better have a hot spring and a nice meal.
I'll leave the hotel with you and John. You can choose any place you like.
Okay, I'll do that. So, we'll take 2 cars.
2 cars? Why? Why not take one instead? Gasoline costs can add up too.
But I want to enjoy snacks leisurely and arrive at our destination feeling relaxed. So, how about we load the luggage into your car? I'll just ride with John, chilling out all the way there.
Isn't that a waste of time and money? Everything is going to fit in John's car. You can relax in the back seat. Besides, it'll cost us less if we go in one car.
What are you talking about? It's a family vacation. Let's not be stingy and have fun.
But I feel hesitant because I'm constantly told to save money for our household expenses.
It's okay. I'll allow it. Let's have a luxurious time once in a while. Wow.
I guess. Well then, I guess we'll load my car with the luggages and take 2 cars. Are you sure you don't mind?
No, it's fine. Well, it wouldn't make sense if we didn't take both cars, right?
What?
Oh, never mind. It's nothing. All right. I'll make sure to ask John to book a nice hotel. You just focus on your work and look forward to our family trip.
Yes, thank you very much.
Wow, it's perfect timing for the autumn leaves. The trees turning red and yellow are so beautiful. It's like all the stress and negativity just vanish at once. This is amazing. Oh, you're driving, so you don't have to reply. Drive safe. I'm thinking of taking a restroom break. We'll pull into the next rest stop. Chloe, well done. I'm going to the restroom. Would you pick up something for me at the store?
I'm going to the restroom too, so I'll buy something after that.
Thank you. Get me some coffee and donuts and some hot dogs.
Are you sure you can eat that much?
I'm fine. Snacking on the road is part of the joy of traveling, right?
That's true, but don't forget that we have a nice dinner tonight.
Yes, I know. Please get me the stuff then.
Helen,
What's wrong, Chloe?
so this was your plan all this time, huh?
What are you talking about?
You drove off while I was shopping, didn't you? I can't seem to find John's car anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot I asked you to buy me stuff. I'm sorry.
That's why you wanted 2 cars, huh? I get it now.
You're right. I was actually thinking you could go home from there.
That's terrible.
What is?
Huh?
You took my precious son away from me. You don't even bother with household chores, always using work as an excuse.
I do my best with the house chores every day, don't I? It's you who doesn't do anything.
And to top it off, you always talk back like this. You never listen to what I say, do you?
That's because you constantly nag. Remember, part of our agreement for living together? During the day, while I'm working, everyone takes care of their own needs. Other than that, I handle all the other necessary household chores.
When you say work during the day, you mean playing computer games? And you're quite proud of claiming to work even though you don't earn much? It's just ridiculous.
I do have a steady income, you know. Just ask John, he'll confirm it for you.
Anyway, please find your own way back home from there. I'll enjoy the trip with my son alone.
I can't even go home.
Why not?
My tire is flat. This is part of your plan too, right?
What? A flat tire? That sounds tough.
Yes, 2 whole rear tires. There are marks that look like they were punctured with some kind of ice pick. It's you, isn't it?
Why would I do that?
No one else would carry an ice pick-like tool to a travel destination, right? I can't think of anyone else but you. Quite impressive how you managed to do all this in such a short time. In a way, I'm impressed.
Could you stop blaming others just because misfortune has struck you? Well, in any case, it seems impossible for you to make it to the cabin now. What are you going to do? I guess you have to walk home.
Helen, I didn't expect you to go this far.
How does it feel to be left behind?
Huh?
Being left alone stranded like that is just cruel, isn't it? Plus, with flat tires? Well, it looks like you'll have to walk back home after all. At least it'll be good exercise, right? It was just over an hour's drive. You should make it back by the end of the day.
How mean can you be?
Well, good luck walking home. I have nothing else to say but to walk back home. Enjoy the beautiful autumn scenery on your way back. Bye. Hey, Chloe.
How are you doing, Helen? I'm sure you're having a good time and eating good food right now, huh?
We had some of the best French food ever, but John isn't here.
Oh, really? Then why don't you enjoy it by yourself? I'm sure it's way more delicious. You can stay there as long as you want.
What do you mean? You're up to something, aren't you? That's why John isn't here. What on earth did you do?
Helen, please don't come home again. I'm with my husband.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand.
After you two arrived at the hotel, John found it suspicious I wasn't following him, and then he called me.
What?
I explained the situation to him and he got so angry. And he decided to come back home.
John did that?
Yeah, he came to pick me up where you left me. We came back home safely, got my car towed and took it to the car shop and changed tires. We're relaxing at home now. You must be enjoying your stay there with a nice meal. Take your time and relax.
Huh?
All by myself? Yes. Oh, and don't forget to pay the bills when you leave. How? I thought John already paid for it when he booked it. No, I thought it was weird you were acting brand new, so I made the reservation myself. Payment has been arranged to be made at the checkout, so that means you're the one who's going to have to pay. What? Wait a minute. This place costs $400 a night. Staying for a couple of nights will cost me almost $1,000. I don't have that kind of money. You said it yourself that you wanted to splurge once in a while, so $1,000 isn't a big deal, right? Not a big deal? Do you have any idea how much I can do with that amount of money? This is not a joke. Well, considering you're already there, you have no choice but to pay, right? Also, you have to pay for John's too. Oh my God. I canceled your reservation, but John's still in place? So that means I have to pay for over $1,000? Look at you doing the math. Are you kidding me? That's impossible. Do something about it, Chloe. I'm the one who got left behind on the road, so there's not much I can do. The rest is up to you to figure out. I'm telling you, it's impossible. Also, I just had a discussion with John. We've decided to move out. Huh? I'm fed up with you bullying me. You keep getting in the way. I can't even work in peace. You're kidding, right? No, I'm not. It was your son's idea. John's idea? He wouldn't do such thing. There's no way he's going to leave me. He knows about the things that you're doing to me. He thought he had to do something about it, so he came up with the idea. I've been eyeing this house for a while now, so we decided to buy it. Buy a house? Yes, that's right. There's no way you can do that. Even if John makes a good living, with you just playing games all day, there's no way you could handle household expenses. It's pretty clear who'll end up in tears. Helen, I've been telling you I've been working and I have a steady income. I earn more than $5,000 a month. I have savings too, so I have no problem buying a house. There's no way you're making such money. I'm not joking. I work as a web designer, and thanks to years of experience, I've been steadily gaining more clients through referrals. I have plenty of clients waiting for my services, so work is not an issue at all. I might even earn close to $10,000 just this month. $10,000? If that's the case, we don't even need to worry about saving money. We can live luxuriously in our new home. What? What are you talking about? You're not going to live with us. What? Since we're fed up with your arrogance and selfishness, we are leaving the house. We'll be living separately from now on. Are you excluding me? Are you seriously throwing such a harsh test at me, especially at this age? You're the one who has been excluding me. Huh? I was excluded from the family trip and left stranded on the road all alone. I just can't forgive that no matter how hard I try. So, with John's suggestion, we've decided to leave this house. How about me? Enjoy yourself at the hotel with a hot spring. Who's going to pay? I don't have that kind of money. Seriously? Who travels without bringing money? That's surprising. Why don't you ask someone for help? What happens if I can't pay? You may be guilty of fraud. What? I'm not a criminal. That's quite troublesome, isn't it? Well then, it seems like the best option is to explain the situation and consult with the hotel staff, don't you think? What? Honestly, the idea of staying at an expensive hotel without bringing a single cent is a bit naive, don't you think? Oh no. Then, even if I could manage to pay, how am I supposed to go home? You're not a child. Figure it out. Take the bus or take a cab home. There's many ways. I don't have money. What? You don't even have money for that? It's truly astounding, isn't it? How about you ask the staff about that too? I'm the one who was left behind, so I have nothing to do with this. Don't be like that. You're my family. I've been taken advantage of and mistreated countless times before. Do you really think I'd be willing to help you, Helen? Honestly, I have no intention of doing so. So please find your way back home.
Chloe, don't say that. Why don't you call the hotel and talk to them?
I refuse to do that. As I said before, I have nothing to do with this. You're on your own. Besides, we're getting busy ready to move out.
What? Right now?
Yes, we'd like to finish the move by the time you arrive home.
So you mean I'll be alone when I get home?
Looks like that's how it's gonna be. I'll make sure to move out to make it happen.
Why not? Can't you at least move out after I get home?
No way. You'd find out where we are going to live.
You won't even let me know where you're moving?
That's the plan. Well, if you knew about it, I'm sure you'll come around and start bullying me again, right? I've had enough.
Chloe, I'm sorry. I was just frustrated and felt like John was being taken away from me. It's not that I don't like you.
Even if that's the case, it still doesn't change the fact that you bullied me, right? I've reached my limit living with you. From now on, it'll be just the two of us, happily living together in our own home.
Oh no! What should I do? It's so unsettling to think about growing older alone.
I could care less. Well, that's what you get for being a bully. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. Well, I have to start packing. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, Chloe! Don't leave me alone!
After that, Helen talked to the hotel manager about the situation. It seems the matter was resolved by arranging a payment plan with a guarantor. Her guarantor was her brother. After receiving a thorough scolding for her foolish actions, she was coldly rejected from future family relations. After getting all through that, she came back to an empty house. It seems she tidied up after the trip all alone, without anyone reaching out to her. She contacted me multiple times, saying she wants to live with us again. Meanwhile, John doesn't seem to care. Not being informed about our whereabouts, she has no choice but to live alone in silence. I heard that her hair has turned gray all at once, dealing with stress. While I'm considering the possibility of her living with us, I'd like her to reflect on what she's done for a while.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you at night. Is this Emily's account?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, who is this? Is it Mary?
Yes, this is Mary from AA Company.
Okay. So you're from the same company as my husband's?
Yes, that's right.
I'm sorry, but we haven't even met, nor I don't know about you.
That's right. I think so too.
Can I help you with something?
No, it's not that I want you to do something for me.
Okay. You just texted me on WhatsApp out of the blue?
Yes, I know it's rude.
Does my husband know about this?
No, I don't think he knows.
I see. Well, I will let him know when he gets home from work, just to be sure.
Okay, that's fine.
It's Mary, right?
Yes, that's right. Good evening. This is Mary.
What is it?
Did you tell your husband that I texted you the other day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, nothing in particular. If you have nothing else to say like before, I would like to stop texting.
Did you know that Nathan is very popular in the company?
Is that so?
He's handsome and kind to women. He's also very sincere with male employees. That's what makes him so attractive. Wow. Doesn't it bother you a bit? Why would it bother me how he goes around at work? What happens at the company is none of my business. You are a very cool wife, aren't you? I can't imagine that from Nathan. So, is that all you want to talk about? Doesn't it bother you that your husband is popular at work? Why is that? Why is that? Because you are his wife, aren't you? I don't know about other people, and I don't think I need to answer that. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, but could you please stop texting me when you have nothing important? I'm a housewife, so I have a lot of housework to do at this time of day, like cleaning. That's kind of a harsh thing to say. Nathan is so personable and easy to talk to. I'm surprised to hear that his wife is like this. That's your own imagination, isn't it? It's none of my business, so please excuse me. Hi, it's been a while. It's Mary. Do you remember me? You're from AA Company, right? Yes, I am. What do you want this time? I've been keeping quiet about it, but I'm actually Nathan's beautiful subordinate. Okay. Your husband is going on a business trip for 3 days, starting today, right? Yes, that's right. I'm supposed to accompany him. You are? I see. Hope you have a nice trip. That's it? What? I've repeatedly sent you meaningful messages, and I just told you that I will be accompanying him on a business trip. Doesn't it make you suspicious? What do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? Don't you get it after I've told you this much? You're an easygoing wife who is either slow-paced or insensitive. How do you think I found out about your account in the first place? I don't know. Did you ask Nathan? Of course not. It's because I secretly looked through Nathan's cell phone. What? You looked at my husband's phone without permission? Isn't that a violation of the unauthorized computer access law? You should be aware that you will be subject to a claim for damages in a civil case as well. Huh? That's not important. I'm with Nathan right now. And of course, we're staying at the same hotel. I see. Of course you are. It's a business trip, isn't it? You're always aloof. But doesn't it bother you? About what? That a beautiful subordinate like me and Nathan are staying in the same hotel. This makes your handsome husband mine. Do you really think you can do such a thing? He's a married man. I know that, but you can't control how you feel about liking someone, can you? Didn't you think anything from my frequent messages to you? I felt it at least a little, but it's not something I can do about. You really aren't interested in your husband, are you? That's also what Nathan said. What? My husband said that? Yes! She's not interested in me at all. What time are you coming home? Are you having dinner at home? What are your plans for the weekend? You ask so many questions, and he is sick of it. Sick of me? Isn't this a normal thing for married couples? I think it's important for a couple to share a life together, even if they're not husband and wife, but also for a parent and a child. Oh, so that's why he is sick about you. What? You force your own values on him. Or rather, you look him down and force your value on him. I think I understand somehow what Nathan was talking about. You have no right to say that to me. Besides, my husband is your boss, right? Isn't it rude to make such a comment toward your boss's wife? I have never thought of Nathan as my boss. He is older than me, but he is handsome and kind to women. He has a good income, and there is no way I would leave such a person alone. Wait a minute. My husband is married to me. That has nothing to do with it. I told you before, age has nothing to do with liking someone. But my husband is married. It's a risk for a woman to have a relationship with a married man. Even with the risk, he is attractive. If that's what you think, that's fine. If you have nothing more to say, I'll end this conversation. Oh yes, I forgot something important. I'm in love with Nathan. I see. We'll be alone on this trip. I understand. I heard that from my husband too. What? He said he'll be alone with this beautiful subordinate. So I knew that even if you hadn't told me. I see. So you don't care what happens to us? How can that be? If something happens, you two would be having an affair, wouldn't you? Do you understand that? I understand, but I still love him. I see. I see? You're always so blunt. On this business trip, I intend to take him away from you, so keep that in mind. I just couldn't resist my feelings for him. Take away my husband? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. I want to marry him after you divorce him. That's enough. So you're all prepared. Well then, please do until you're satisfied. Huh? You are starting to get on my nerves. What's with these texts? Please don't complain if I take away your husband. You didn't even stop me. I didn't even stop you? I have been saying that you are having an affair, haven't I? Adultery is not something that benefits you. I think you should stop it. We love each other, so it's not adultery, okay? No. What are you saying? My husband and I are married, right? Then it is adultery, isn't it? It's not adultery. He loves me, and I love him with all my heart. So, we're in love with each other. Just stop interrupting me. I don't remember interrupting you. I'm younger than you. I'm beautiful. My skin is shiny and I have a great body. Yeah? So what? Do you think you can beat me even if you are married to him? Is it a matter of winning or losing? Yes, it is. This is a battle between a woman and a woman. It's about which one of us will win the heart of Nathan. It's a serious game. You can't go up against me. But I'm married to him. No matter what you do, it's still cheating. If you commit adultery during his marriage, you wouldn't stand a chance. You're so frustrated. Huh? You're jealous because Nathan chose me. Are you really a grown woman? I'm surprised at your lack of common sense. Since further conversation with you is a waste of time, I'm leaving now. Huh? What's with that tone? I'm going to take your husband from you right now, so watch it. Oh, I'll make sure to take a screenshot of this conversation, just so you know. Emily, this is Mary. I visited Nathan's room last night. I couldn't suppress my feelings and ended up... I see. And then, he accepted my feelings. We became like a man and a woman. We kind of slept together. A beautiful subordinate. What? I warned you, didn't I? That will be cheating. You're saying that again out of spite. Why don't you just admit defeat? No matter how you look at it, I won, didn't I? He clearly told me that he loves me. You have talked too much. Don't be a sore loser. Please be honest and tell me you'll give up Nathan to me. Well, I've told you many times I'm married. I am Nathan's wife. If you don't understand this part, you'll be in a lot of trouble, okay? What do you mean? If I can go out with him and get married, I'll be able to live a rich life with no shortage of money. I won't be in any trouble, will I? You still don't understand anything. What? What do you mean? If you still don't get it, it makes me want to help you. Oh, really? You finally decided to get a divorce? That's the right decision. Was it the right decision? Of course it was, because Nathan and I are engaged to be married. Actually, our divorce was decided long ago. Huh? What do you mean? It's like I said, we had already decided to get divorced. Whether you show up or not, whether you take my husband away from me or not, we're going to get divorced eventually. Huh? You say it was decided before. Then why don't you divorce him right away? It seems like he wants an early divorce too. And you're not in love with him either, right? I guess so. I want to get a divorce too, but there's trouble on my husband's side. What kind of trouble? My husband has a lot of girls he promised to marry. What? What do you mean? That means there are a lot of women like you, Mary. It's not the first time I get a message like this. At least 3 or 4 people have texted me with the same contents as you did. I think everyone misunderstands him because he is so nice to all women. I'm the only one he really cares about. That's what everybody said too. That's not true. Yesterday in bed, he said he only loves me. He told me he wants to marry me. Oh, he seems to be saying those words to everyone too. You are really a very happy person, aren't you? Well, if you're going to say that much, fine. Anyway, I hope you and Nathan get divorced soon. I want to start preparing for it right away. Mary, I'm going to ask you again. Do you really not know what happens if you have an affair? Of course I will be happy. For all the pain I went through during the affair, God is watching over me so that I can be happy afterwards. You really are a very happy person. I don't want to shock you too much. I'll text you tomorrow. Please enjoy your dreaminess until then. Mary, may I have a word with you? Oh, I bet you must be very depressed right now. I'd like to continue what we talked about yesterday. What is it? Actually, I'm currently demanding alimony from my husband. Alimony? Yes, I'm claiming the same for all the women he had affairs with. You slept with my husband, didn't you? Yes, I did. He told me that I am beautiful, have a great body and a great skin. I think I satisfied him. That's an affair, isn't it? What? You even had sexual intercourse while he was married, so you can't get away with it. I'm also keeping a record of this conversation. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Does that mean I'm going to be charged alimony too? Exactly. I've decided to demand alimony from all the women whom he had an affair with. What? But Nathan said he would marry me. He said we'd live happily together. Even if that's true, my husband is still married. Any act of infidelity during marriage is subject to a claim for alimony. I'm going to charge you too. By the way, how much is alimony? Well, after consulting with my lawyer, we think $20,000 is the best amount. I think you will probably be contacted by a lawyer. Wait a minute. There's no way I can pay $20,000. I'm just a beautiful employee with almost no savings. That's why I told you yesterday. I told you that you should stop being unfaithful. I advised you because of this incident. Oh no, absolutely impossible. I can't pay such a large sum of money. You cannot get away with it. It's a fact that you committed adultery. So honestly admit it and pay the fee. You know, you are talking about this like it's someone else's problem. There's no way I can pay that much. But didn't you do it without listening to my advice? I think you should take responsibility of what you have done by yourself. No, please don't ask for alimony. I wasn't having an affair. I really loved Nathan. That excuse won't work now that we have a proof. You committed adultery during my husband's marriage. That is a fact. Then I'll pay alimony little by little after marrying him. I think that will be difficult. Why? My husband had relations with several women and promised to marry all of them. And then, one woman's accusation made the company find out about it. That woman's accusation led to the discovery that he had relationships with several women. I'm sure your name will come up soon. No! So, his boss thought that he could cause a disturbance in the company. As a result, my husband will soon be transferred to a sales office on a remote island. To a remote island? And he's also going to take a huge pay cut. If you still want to marry my husband, I won't stop you. You're lying. He didn't say anything about that. You're just making it up. If that's what you want to think, that's fine. Anyway, I'll only ask you to pay me the fee. I've kept all of our past conversations. I don't think you can get away with it. Wait a minute. There's no way I can pay that much money. I just got this job. What would I do if they make me quit because of you? Is it my fault? That's not true. You're the one who had an affair with my husband. Even though I told you it was wrong to have an affair. You were the one who said I love Nathan and kept going on, weren't you? Please take responsibility for your actions. Oh no! Then all my dreams will disappear. You tried to take something that belongs to someone, and that's why you got yourself into this mess. You need to reflect on your actions and use them for the rest of your life. I'm not going to stop asking for alimony. I'm sure my husband and I will divorce soon, so you can do whatever you want afterwards. Wait a minute! I'm still young. I have a future in this company. If everything goes out the window just because I had an affair, I'm screwed. Please, let us go. What? After all this? You were such a prickly woman after all. I will never let you off the hook. I'll even make sure to charge you alimony. If you keep on complaining, I'll consider increasing the amount. That's not good. So, if I honestly admit and apologize, you'll reduce the amount? That's not going to happen. You really are naive and insane. Think of it as an expensive lesson and pay the fee. I'm sure you'll hear from my lawyer after this, so please talk to him. Please, help me. I'm young and I have a future. That's not going to happen. Then at least give me a reduction? I'm telling you that won't happen either. I can't talk to you anymore, so I'm going to end this conversation. And I'm going to block you, so please don't contact me again. Oh no! What am I supposed to do? After that, thanks to an excellent lawyer, I was able to get a divorce without any problems. I think it's about time my ex-husband was shipped off to a remote island. The company can't stand it when he has his hands on any woman he wants, can they? Now he lives alone and goes to work in a miserable state. He's paying my alimony in installments. Each of the other adulterers has also paid alimony, of course. When the company found out about the affair and that she was demanded alimony, she couldn't stand the cold stares from those around her anymore. She left AA company where she was finally hired. I heard that she has started a night job to pay her alimony. What she does is none of my business. I have decided to go back to my single life and start my own business with the alimony I received. From now on, I will do my best to make my work my purpose in life.
Thanks
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!